Welcome back to our problem-solving video in Domain 5.2, Identifying Needs and Technological Responses. Intermediate. Continuing from the last video, now that you have a basic understanding of organizing and tidying your data, let's take things to the next level. Visualizing information and data effectively is critical for communication. Whether you're a professional looking to showcase your work, a job seeker wanting to stand out with a creative resume, or a data enthusiast eager to present insights in a compelling way. I'll walk you through three key tools, Flourish, Infogram, and Wix, and show you how to use each to generate visual content, build an interactive resume, and share or embed these creations effectively. By the end of this, you'll be equipped with the knowledge to use Flourish to generate stunning interactive charts, create a visually striking resume with Infogram, and finally, import the above visuals and sharing those dynamic content using Wix. Let's begin with the first step of our journey, using Flourish to generate charts. How to effectively visualize your content. Data, numbers, and text can be a boring task but necessary to interpret in daily life, no matter in school or office. Motion graphics and GIFs are often more effective in presenting these concepts visually. However, not everyone has the artistic skills, time, or ability to create visuals from scratch. That's why today, I'll introduce some online tools that make it easy for anyone to generate engaging visuals based on their data type, turning complex information into more appealing, easy-to-understand graphics. Flourish is a free-to-use and user-friendly platform designed to make data visualizations easy, even for those with little to no coding experience. It's widely used by professionals in journalism, business, and education. Whether you're presenting data to a class, a boardroom, or on social media, Flourish makes it easy to create animated and interactive visuals. One of the most popular features of Flourish is the bar chart race. If you've ever seen those dynamic bar charts that show how different values change over time, you'll know what I'm talking about. Today, I'll guide you step by step on how to create your first bar chart race and tree map. First, head to flourish.studio. The platform is web-based, meaning you don't need to download anything. You can see there are already tons of introduction and charts template that is ready to use. Sign up for a free account if you don't have one. Use Sign Up with Google to save time. You'll auto-log in instantly every visit, no password hassle. Once you're logged in, you'll land on your dashboard where all your future projects will be stored. For new users, the page will be empty since no projects have been created yet. Now click New Visualization to get started. Scroll down to find the bar chart race row, then click on the third option with the line chart. For the user interface, middle is the interactive chart, and right-hand side is all the custom setting. For example, you can change the theme color that fit your taste. Now, to customize a chart, Step 1. Upload your data. Flourish allows you to either upload a CSV file or manually input your data into their built-in spreadsheet. I've prepared a Google Sheet tracking study template for me to copy and paste. When pasting data, make sure to untick those two boxes in the settings so it won't interpret the data type logic. Here, I've removed empty rows and columns to improve the results. Make sure your data is well structured. If you're making a bar chart race, include columns for categories, values, and dates for smooth visualization. Now that your data is uploaded, it's time to customize it. Step 2. Flourish offers a variety of customization options, including tags and sorting. You can turn sorting on or off and choose between a horizontal or vertical chart style. Color tag. I'm setting the bar opacity to 50% to make things look cleaner. Labels. You can decide whether to show values or keep them hidden. Controls. There's an option to add a sorting button at the top left, so you can easily arrange data from highest to lowest. Axis settings. You can switch between a dynamic or fixed chart layout. Timeline. I've turned on Clean X and Y axis for a more polished look. Enabled Snap when scrubbing, so now When you scrub through the timeline, it will always snap to the exact data points. You can also choose between curved or straight lines. Number formatting. I set decimal places to +1. Also added hours as a unit, so it's clear what we're measuring. For the layout settings, I've turned off the background color to make it blend better when embedding into a Wix website later. Also, I've changed the maximum width from none to everything for better display. Finally, header. I've added Academic Growth Breakdown as the title. Also turned on top and bottom borders to make it stand out. Once you're happy with everything, you're good to go. Step 3. Preview and publish. Once you're satisfied with your chart, click Export and Publish. You have several options: publish to share and embed on websites, download as HTML or image for offline use, add to a Canva presentation for easy integration. Before publishing, decide whether to allow others to duplicate your project and data. Once that's set, you're ready to preview your chart online and embed it into Wix. Very simple and fascinating, right? Here's another example. One of my favorites, the tree map. A tree map is a data visualization that represents hierarchical data using nested rectangles. It's great for displaying proportions within categories at a glance. It helps quickly identify trends, patterns, and relationships. In the hierarchy settings, you can explore different visual styles like circles, sunburst, bars, and radial. For data importing and customization, the process is pretty much the same, so I will skip this part. The key difference here is in the pop-ups and panel settings. I've turned on auto pop-up content, so when you hover over an element, relevant information will appear automatically. Once you're satisfied with your charts and have created everything you need, it's time to move on to the next section. Part 2. Using Infogram to make a visual resume. Head over to infogram.com and sign up for a free account. In today's competitive job market, a creative resume can help you stand out from the crowd. And the first time you sign in, you'll be prompted to select your organization, role, and a basic free plan. Once inside, you'll see a list of templates. Choose the timeline, which offers 2 options: Use with AI or Just Use. I chose Use with AI, where you can describe your project. For me, I prepare a student achievement with timeline and place it into the input box. Infogram then generates text and automatically fits it into the template once you click Generate Content. Since the results is random each time, you can regenerate as much as possible until you're happy with the outcome. Remember, AI may make mistake, so double confirm the details of the text box. Next, click Open in Editor. I customized the theme to match my style. Now the timeline is complete. I clicked Share in the top right corner and enabled the transparent background again.
Reflective time.
Do you have any new ideas about what you can visualize with the newly introduced tools?
Now I want to create a second template. So I go back to the library, create a new template in Project tab, and typing Resume in the search bar. You can preview the suggested outcome. This infographic looks clean and solid. It includes an introduction, icons, strengths, contact details, and even some motion graphics. I use this template and start editing. Once again, I change the theme and remove any extra box and background. Then I add looping animations to the icons. For example, I apply a head shake effect and set it to always play. Now, this animation setting becomes the default, automatically applying to any new icons I animate. I repeat this for the remaining icons. Next, I replace the icon in the middle. You can either upload your own image or choose from the default library. I also update the description by adding a new text box with a quote. It's super simple and straightforward to update the content and adjust the spacing as needed. Since we'll be showcasing our own graphics, I remove unnecessary content and rearrange the remaining elements. Finally, I adjust the canvas size from 2,200 pixels to 1,500 pixels to reduce empty space. Now everything is set. We've created 2 charts in Flourish and 2 infographics in Infogram. Next, let's head over to Wix.com and bring them all together. Once you're logged in, select Create a New Site. Wix offers AI-powered site creation, but after testing it a few times, I found that setting up without AI is more consistent and time-saving. AI-generated content takes a while and isn't always effective, while the existing template library is already great. Give your website a name, choose the apps you'd like to add, and you're all set for the backend. Now, click Design Site in the corner to start working on the front-end visualization. Like other platforms, Wix provides templates to get you started, suggesting options based on your initial choices. I found the Creative CV template clean and professional, so I selected it. The initial setup may take some time, so while waiting, I head back to Infogram to copy the embed code from my infographic. To begin, you'll need some blank sections for each element. Since we have 2 charts and 2 resumes to import, I've added 4 blank sections. Click the Add Blank section 4 times. Next, I zoomed out to 50% to get a better overview and noticed the header section was now at the bottom. So, I moved the sections up to ensure everything was in the right position. Since my resume is a long vertical one in size, I adjusted the section height to allow extra space before adding the elements. Skipping size adjustments before importing isn't a big issue at first, but once the page is full, resizing can get messy. It's better to plan ahead. Now that everything is ready, it's time to add an embed HTML. Just paste the code into the box and click Update. You'll notice that everything appears in a small box. There are 2 ways to adjust the size. Press the button, stretch it to full width, and then adjust the margins. Or to drag the edges manually to resize it. Once you drag it to the bottom, you'll see a watermark that says Made with Infogram. If you try to hide it, a scroll bar will appear on the right. If you click Preview, you'll notice 2 scroll bars on your website, which looks strange. To prevent this, I have prepared a code to hide the scroll bars. You can copy and paste this simple code before the tag in your web page. Remember, place them in the correct position. In this case, it's okay to paste inside or outside the division parts. After updating, the result looks much cleaner and more professional. Now, repeat the steps for the rest of your embedded HTML elements. I will speed up this part since it's the same. Embedding code allows you to integrate external content like charts, infographics, videos, or even games and 3D models directly into your website. It keeps your site dynamic and interactive without hosting large files. Wix offers more functions but also comes with a higher learning curve, making it harder to achieve the exact same results. That's why I prefer creating these elements on other platforms and then importing them into Wix for better efficiency and flexibility, especially for beginner. Now everything is set. Click Preview or Publish, and you'll have a fully interactive and animated personal website to explore. This is just the beginning. There's so much more to adjust, add, and experiment with. Once you're happy with it, share your site and showcase your work with the world. Keep exploring, keep creating, and I look forward to seeing what you build. One last thing, if you want to share your website with a screen recording like I did in this video, I highly recommend using a Chrome extension called Cursorful. It works on both Windows and Mac. It enhances your recordings by highlighting clicks, adding smooth cursor animations, and letting you customize pointer effects for better viewer engagement. And it's free. All the website links and tables are included in the description. Feel free to explore and try them out yourself. In conclusion, visualizing your digital content has never been easier with AI and various online platforms. By following the steps we covered today, you can create interactive charts, design a visually compelling resume, and seamlessly showcase your work on a personal website.
Reflective time.
Feel free to share with others your suggestions of visualization tools in the forum.
Thank you for joining me today. I hope this guide helps you bring your ideas to life. For additional resources and information, please visit the Digital Competence Education platform.